Alright, hello guys, how's it going? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the upcoming pattern. We're going to take a look at a huge view of this upcoming pattern because I think things are really going to flip around, and that's going to be the primary focus of this video. I really think activity is going to shift back west, and the cold air, a lot of it is going to shift back west sometime in the upcoming future. So we're going to be talking about all of that within this video. Anyways, before I get into this video, be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. For today's comment of the day, I want to know your opinion. Do you think that this pattern is going to switch in the upcoming future? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be picking one of those for tomorrow's video. Let's get straight into this video, and first things first, we're taking a look at our current radar imagery, and it's funny, you can literally see the jet stream in this video if you have an eye for it. You could tell something like this is going on. With just the flow of a lot of this energy through here. We have two clipper systems and then some energy down here for the southwest. We have a lot of that rainfall and snowfall going on up there. We do have some storminess along this region of the upper Midwest. And then portions of the Great Lakes here, we do have a lot of snowfall going on with another clipper system. So there's two clipper systems, and then this energy down here. There is some energy offshore of Florida there, and then we have a bit south of Texas. But outside of that, I don't think there's much going on. So let's zoom into these individual areas. First things first, we're going to start right here. Now, there is just some storminess that's been shifting up here from Mexico into Arizona and portions of New Mexico here. Mostly snowfall here in this mountain range, but to the south here, we do see some rainfall taking place. Even some of this has made its way into California at points as well. A lot of energy heading just northward from this point. Now, if we take a look up here at our kind of northern plains region, we could see a clipper system diving down here, and the precipitation typing does turn off, but we have seen some heavier pockets of snowfall, especially right in here. And that's probably accumulating very slowly, maybe an inch, maybe a bit more or a bit less in certain spots, but this is a pretty minor snow event taking place mostly for North Dakota, but also South Dakota and portions of Montana as well. Now, as we shift our attention down here to the Great Lakes, there's a couple things going on here. First off, there's some lake effect snowfall for these regions. And then also there's a clipper system rolling through our kind of not mid-Atlantic, our Ohio Valley and our Great Lakes regions here of the United States. This is Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, and now even Pennsylvania and New York are going to begin to get involved, even West Virginia, as this system is going to kind of fizzle out, but also head into this region, weakening over time. All right, so this is our clipper system here that we're talking about. Again, minor, probably 2 to 4 inches maximum there in the worst of the worst with that snowstorm. Like I said, we do have some energy over here, offshore of Florida, but it is offshore, so not really worth mentioning. Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing? Oh, down here. We do have some storminess down here, but again, it's very, very minor, but it is heading further north, and that will be possibly impacting these regions pretty soon. But again, very, very minor in my opinion. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move on and take a look at some modeled guidance. All right, now here we are taking a look at our temperature anomalies. This video is going to be mostly about temperatures, and as you can see, we have a big ridge in the west and a trough in the east as we speak right now. Now, this is 10 to 15 degrees below normal here in the greens, and these blues that are scattered about are even 15 to 25 degrees below normal. So significant departures from normal. This is our European ensemble model. And that cool down kind of comes to an end. We have more near normal temperatures along the eastern seaboard, more near normal temperatures here around the Rockies, and then kind of a bottled up area of far below normal temperatures here for the upper Midwest and portions of the Great Lakes there. Now, as we can see, as we continue this on, that will blast down into the United States, the eastern half of the country. We can see the Gulf states here, the eastern seaboard states, and even a lot of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes are in this far below normal temperatures. Now, I told you guys this blue area is actually going to be 15 to 25 degrees below normal, but those magenta shades is going to be 25 or even more degrees below normal. So that is a huge departure from what is typical. And this is going to be Wednesday heading into Thursday. That's January 26th. Heading into January 27th. And then you can see that cool down just keeps getting reinforced here over the eastern United States. This is heading into the weekend. This is Friday into Saturday, the 28th into the 29th. Let's continue this on here. and that likes to stick around all the way to the 31st. We have it mostly along the eastern seaboard here. We have a lot of warmer than normal conditions here in the kind of like the western two-thirds here, as you can see. Let's keep going with this. That's early that week. And then February 1st, something interesting happens. We see a lot of this cold air heading west. We can see for the western seaboard there, portions of the upper Midwest and the northern plains there as well. We're dealing with these kind of below normal temperatures. We see the greens and the blues even. We do have some of that still located over the eastern United States, but not a ton. And then there's warm centered over the central United States. Now, as I continue that on, this is the morning hours of Thursday, February 3rd. Look at the pattern. This is the pattern. Trough in the west, big old ridge in the east. And let me tell you, this is exactly what we were dealing with in the month of December. Just a huge southeast ridge here, and then this huge trough in the west. And I really feel like this is what's coming. I feel actually very confident in this kind of ridging in the east and then troughing in the west. I really feel as though this will be the overwhelming pattern, at least through the earlier portion of February, but there's a good chance it could last through a majority of the month as well. Now let's keep going with this. And this model kind of gets a little iffy with the long range, where it's kind of like looking like this. Once you see it kind of doing weird shapes like all over the place, that's if you're to try to track the jet stream, that is. That's when you kind of know that this is an ensemble model, and the further in you go, the kind of weirder it gets, because it's 30 different members here. Or actually, this one is 50 different ensemble members. So this is 50 different models, and what this is doing is it's taking the mean average of what all of those models are calling for and putting it into one and showing us. So this is when it's kind of getting those mixed opinions on these temperature anomalies. That's what we're dealing with here at hours 360, and that's kind of when we're going to end this. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at some of those teleconnections real quickly. Now, we're taking a look here at our kind of European weeklies model. This is our AO, or Arctic oscillation. I'm going to draw a line across here. When it's above this, we don't have as much Arctic air heading in. You can see this does dip right near that neutral line. That is when we're going to get a lot of Arctic air in the United States. But really, it stays above that for the most part. It's staying up in this area in here. We don't see a dip below that. So that's why there's not a ton of Arctic air constantly in the United States. We're seeing more like 5 to 10 degrees below normal typically, with the occasional Arctic blast like the one we're seeing coming up soon. It's the PNA I really want to focus on here, because this is what's really going to shift. When it's above this line, like, we're going to follow this. So you can see it stays there, and then it goes to the line there. When it's above this line, we see cold air in the eastern United States and warm air in the western United States. Let's just track that, just like that. When it goes below this, and this is the mean average I'm following, this is when cold air heads out west. So the trough will likely be centered over the west for this entire time frame on our European weekly models, which takes up the entire month of February. Up here, you can see the PNA is never getting up there, and that's when cold would be centered over the eastern United States. So this is why I feel so strongly about my opinion on this. The teleconnections just do not seem to be favoring cold in the east at all, beyond just the next couple of days here or the next week or so. Now, for my confidence tab today, we're actually at a 4 out of 6, because I just feel really confident in everything I've talked about, like I said before. For today's comment of the day, I asked you guys, how do you think this February is going to go? And Jonathan Schlack said, I think we're going to see up and down temperatures. And I definitely agree at this point. And that's actually why I have severe weather over the southeastern United States in the thumbnail, because that's exactly what caused the severe weather to take place in December, was those up and down temperatures. Things really warmed up, and then cold blasted through to just kind of eat up that, and really combine with that warm air and create those severe weather events. And I see a lot more of that in our future. So that's why severe weather is in the southeast. For today's patron highlight of the day, I want to thank you all for supporting the channel, but especially our platinum patrons: Bill Crates, James Wade, Dovin Nagel, Letter the Pan, Mandy Birchfield, Patrick Strickland, Dave Scott, and Donna Carnes as well. I would also like to thank our diamond patrons: Bill Roberts, Marcus Connolly, Noah Harley, Michael Cole, Essa Catbite, Charles Stinnett, Bill Dallas, Gary's, and John Khaleesi also. I would also like to thank our channel members Catbite, Stephen Fan, and Jeremy Cock as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more weather-related content. I'll see you guys in the next video.